Hi, welcome back, Year 10. So one of the first things I want you to do in REPL is to create a new one and called English Teacher Problem. And let's have a look at the problem that we're being asked to do. So it says, an English teacher wants to estimate how long it should take his students to read a book. You've been asked to develop an algorithm to calculate this estimate. The algorithm must do the following. Ask the teacher how many pages the book has and store this in an appropriately named variable. For every page in the book, the algorithm should ask the teacher if the page looks easy or difficult. If a page is difficult, the total number of seconds should increase by 100. If the page is easy, the total number of seconds should increase by 40. After the teacher has entered the difficulty level for all the pages, the algorithm should output the estimated number of seconds it should take to read the book. Now it says here to write it in pseudocode or a flowchart. We're going to do it in Python, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to model to you today how you would go about answering this question. So the first part of the task is to ask the teacher, how many pages there are in the book. So I'm going to do pages equals, I'm going to do input, enter the number of pages. So now we've been able to find out how many pages are in that book. Now if you look at the question, it says for every page in the book. So what we can do is we can use that as a guide to help us. So we can say for every page in, and we're going to say range because it's a number that we're using, and we're going to put an integer of pages. So when we take the input in here, it's a string. Here we're going to put it as an integer. So straight away now we've been able to ask the user for how many pages, and then we're going to go through and ask how many pages there are. So we need to ask if it looks difficult or easy. Easy or difficult, it says. So we need to find a way of recording that. So let's go with level. So the level of difficulty. And we'll have this as an input again. And we're going to put easy or difficult. Now, to make it a little bit easy, we'll put if 1 easy or 2 difficult. And again, we'll put our \n. So we're going to check if it's difficult, and if it is, so we're going to go if level equals, remember it's taking this as a string here, so if level is 2 for difficult, then our total number of seconds gets increased by 100. So, but notice what we haven't got is we haven't got total anywhere to add it to. So up here we need to add total equals, have it as 0. So it begins as 0. Now we're asking if it's 100. If it's difficult, we say if it's not difficult, it must be easy. So we'll do total equals total plus 40. So here now what we're able to do is to find out how many pages there are, ask if it's easy or difficult, and then add the appropriate number of seconds depending on if the page is easy or difficult. Now, the end part of the question says to us, after the teacher has entered the difficulty level for each page, the algorithm should output the estimated number of seconds it should take to read a book. So what we do now is we just do our print statement, and we do estimated number of seconds, and then what we can do is we can add in the total. So let's give this a go and see if we're right. So if we enter in 5 pages, we'll say the first one is difficult, second one is difficult, that should be 200, and let's go with 3 easy pages, which means we should be 240, 280, and 320. So estimated number of seconds, 320. So you can see how we're able to look at that question, break each one down into its individual parts, Now, doing that in the exam would achieve us 9 marks, which is a great way of just easily collecting some of the, obviously, points. So what I'd say is have a look at the task again, look at the solution, give it a go, see if you can get it working.